Hello mes amis, today is very special because we make soufflé. It's not every day you make soufflé. If you want to see and to know everything about the soufflé tips and tricks, about the meringue, about the crème pâtissière, praline itself, check this out. Enjoy soufflé. Because this is a special occasion and this soufflé is special, of course, we make praline, walnut praline with a little bit of flavor from this little guy here. All you need is, of course, roasted walnuts because they have a little crunch. If you can hear this, sugar and a little bit of water, that's it. For the praline, you'll need only two tools. Two. Okay, three if you count the scale, but you need a pot with double, bottom, very hard, it's very good for heat, and a little spatula that it's heat resistant. And now we start with the sugar. You put a little bit of water here because the sugar is a little bit, sticky, and you take everything out. Put the water here also. And with this, we'll make a syrup at 116 degrees. I'll show you how you can tell the temperature without using a thermometer. It's better like this because thermometer, is a crazy bit. When you expect the least, it will close. The battery will run off and you will be left with no temperature. So it's better to use your eyes, as a sensor. You don't have to whisk because if you whisk now, you'll get your spatula all covered in sugar, and afterwards it will stick and get hard here. So no need. If you want to stir, just do like this with the pot. On the side, we have the walnuts. Just keep it here. It's already roasted. Look at this color. It's perfect. Don't trust any chef that will make praline with this raw. Because if you make it with raw, no taste, no color, no crunch, no business. This is important business. So look at this. Starting slowly to combine between the water and the sugar. Slowly, it will get into a syrup. And now we reduce the heat a little bit because we want to see exactly what's happening here. Look at this beautiful thing. What we expect of this is to have small bubbles that are going like very slowly, and they are a lot of bubbles, one next to the other. Now it's very joyful. They are going like crazy, like small children. But we expect the bubbles to go up to be a little bit mature. Okay, look at this. If you have slow bubbles that are slowly busting, it means that you have higher temperature. If it's like this, it means that you have lower temperature. Be ready with your spatula. It will take only 2 minutes if you're using, high heat. It's getting, stickier and thinner, thicker. Look, and the bubbles, look now. The bubbles, you see, they are small, but a lot of them. Now, we have the syrup. It's almost done. Very important. Don't take this into caramel because otherwise you won't be making the praline. You just need a very thick syrup. Look how thick it is now. You see? Yeah, it's almost not going anywhere. And you close the heat now and you put all the walnuts. Boom, the heat is off. And we just stir it to cover all the walnuts in the syrup. It's very important not to have a lot of sugar because normally the recipes are same quantity of sugar with the walnuts. But if you use less sugar, you have more flavor from the walnuts. You stir it with no heat until it dries off and it gets, like a white sugar. Look, this is a perfectly normal step into making the praline perfect. You like it? I give you a quick tip. If you want to impress your little guests with something very nice, very crunchy, and like sweet and also a little bit savory, you can use these nuts, like mixed nuts, walnut, cashew nuts, macadamia, pecan nuts, pistachio, if you are rich, of course. Coat it in sugar and just serve them like this in a small bowl, little bit of salt. It's amazing. You can drink beer with it. You can drink a martini. You can drink a rum, whatever you like. Importantly is that you drink. Okay? Back with your recipe. Now we turn on the heat back on. Continue to stir. What will happen now is the sugar that's coating the walnut will melt and transform into caramel. You have the caramelized walnuts. It's very important to stir it, constantly. You don't have to go, outside the home. Don't go turn on the Netflix or the TikTok. Very important to stay here. Look, it starts to turn the color and to smell like caramel. Be careful to play with the heat. so it's not too high and it burns everything, and not too low so you can stay here forever. Look at this color, this is beautiful. If you don't have any liquor, or if you don't drink alcohol, if you don't stand it, if you don't can afford it, you can squeeze half of orange juice inside and you will get the taste of orange with the walnuts. It's amazing. Okay, you can make a virgin, no alcohol in everything, I understand. But keep in mind, if you put the alcohol here, it's very, very heated up, and from this heat, the alcohol will disappear, only the aroma will stay inside. Look at this, this is ready. Now, this is not burnt, it's only caramel, perfect caramel. So the heat is off, you have the alcohol here, you have the torch here, you put the alcohol here, and now, look at this. Ah, it smells like a little pig, eh, Cuchon? Ah, very nice. But the flavor inside, oh, putain, it's beautiful. So don't put a lot of alcohol, especially this one, because you will burn the house down. Just leave this to cool off totally, and after this we put it in the Thermomix to make a paste, and voila, you have the praline. So the caramelized walnuts are ready. This is a treat that it's something that you cannot abstain, you have to try. It's amazing. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a powerful blender like the Thermomix, you can make easily the praline inside. If not, just take your favorite tool and think about your ex while you smash it. Okay, it's better not to take this in all your kitchen. Put it in a bag, a plastic bag, and break its bones like this. And after it, you know, powder, put it in a mortar and pestle. And like you're making pesto for the family, you're making praline, it's the same. Okay, enough talking, let's make it. So everything is here. We just have to use the turbo to break it down. Okay. So after half a second turbo, you will get this. 1, 2, 3, bam. But you'll see in the end when it's a paste, works like this. Amazing. Caramel, walnuts, heat, sugar, love, all you need. 30 seconds later, this is what you get. We have to scrape it down a little bit, and maximum 2 minutes will be the best optimum texture. For the base of the soufflé, we'll be making a simple crème pâtissière, for which we will be needing the milk, egg yolks, cornstarch, just a little bit of sugar, not too much, white chocolate and dark chocolate to make a milk chocolate all together, and the lovely walnut praline that we made before. We take the sugar and the cornstarch, we whisk together so we don't have the lumps, you know. Afterwards, we put in the egg yolk, we mix it together, we put the milk and take it, you know, almost to boiling, and then we continue with the egg mixture. We'll be tempering it slowly with the hot milk. So we just have to stir it until, you know, all the egg yolk is melted, all the sugar is melted, and everything turns into this gold liquid, and you see no lumps, nothing. After this, you just have to take it and put it back in the pot. And we just stir it until it gets like a custard. The egg and the cornstarch do their magic, but optional. But I think it's very important to add a little bit of vanilla. Like in everything you do, vanilla just makes it better. You stir it up and you will have to cook it like a normal crème pâtissière. So now is the moment you have to be extra careful not to leave it unattended, because you have to stir it constantly until all the foam goes away and you're left with this beautiful color. And now, heat off, and we take the chocolate and we put it on top and stir it so it melts. And now we take everything and you put it in a bowl for the last step to add the praline also. But because you have to cool it off afterwards, we have to take it from the pot because this double bottom is very full of heat and we don't need that anymore. Scrape everything down, and now we scale this amazing little thing. Look at this. I would just scale it like, you know, Roman style. Oh mon Dieu. Don't be shy to put enough. 85 grams. And now we stir it now. And we are left with this awesome, shiny, a little bit crunchy from the walnut, caramel, the vanilla, the chocolate. Oh mon Dieu, all together is to die for. I know, I can see you're salivating there. You're drooling, you little minion. But come on. Do this at home and all your friends will thank you later. Look at this. And now we take a film like a plastic, we put on top, cool it off, and we move to make the meringue. And now we will be making the final mixture for our soufflé. We'll be using the crème pâtissière with the chocolate and praline of walnuts that we made before. Egg whites cold with no hint of egg yolk. Be careful when you separate them. And sugar with just a little bit of, how you call it, an acid. Citric acid. In America they have the cream of tartar. We don't have this here in Europe, so we use the citric acid. You need a little bit of acid so you can have the meringue very nice and stiff and will not collapse. We have the egg whites here, we have the sugar with citric acid, and we have the crème pâtissière. So we start by whisking the egg whites on a slow speed for the protein, the albumin inside to get, heated up slowly and loosen up so it makes some bubble. That's the sign that we can put the first quantity of sugar, okay? If your bowl is like mine, very low, you have to, lift it a little bit so the whisk can do its job. Can you see now the little bubbles? Look at this, it's like a small, foam. This is the cue for us to put the first amount of sugar. We put it on pause, come with 1/3 of sugar, and we just start whisking it on a higher speed now. I took the speed a little bit higher in order to make it fluffier, quicker, but don't go full speed on this because it will go up very quickly, but in the same quick manner it will go down. We still have a lot of sugar to put, okay? Okay, so you can see that it's very nice and fluffy. We put it on pause and put the second third. So this is the soft peak now. Look at this, it's soft peak meringue. We put the remaining sugar and we whisk it until it's hard peaks. It's very shiny and it's very elastic. This is what you're looking for. This is it. The hard peaks, look at this. It won't fall, it's perfect. And now we will be whisking it with the crème pâtissière we made before. Just be careful not to, bam, bam, bam here because you will break all the micro bubbles that you cannot see. Just, use your little fingers. Now it's very important to take from the meringue and put it in the crème pâtissière to soften it a little bit. Look like this. And now for the second thing, you go with this meringue inside, the second step, and you fold it now nicely. Look, fold again, look. Don't over mix it or it will collapse, it's very important. And now with the rest of the meringue inside, bam, look, up, up. Fold it nicely, play with the ball, don't keep it in one direction so you can go everywhere. Don't over mix it, it has to hold its shape. And now we put it in a little push. Okay, so for the soufflé, the most important thing is this, the little ramekin that you'll be using to bake in it. In order for the soufflé not to stick, we have to coat it in butter in 2 separate times. So we have to take the ramekins and slowly, paint it with butter. After the first coating, we put it in the fridge. After 5 to 10 minutes in the fridge, the first coating of butter is set. Now we go with the second one because we need to stick some sugar inside to have a perfect crust. Always put the brush and take it like this from the bottom upwards to the edge. It's very important to give the direction of the soufflé. And now it's very simple, you just fill it with sugar. Oh mon Dieu, so much sugar, don't worry. You take the excess off like this. Look at this, it's beautiful. All this sugar will be the crust of our soufflé. Perfect. So my friends, we need a tray to be sure this goes into the oven along with the ramekins. We put the ramekins here, 1, 2, 3. Space it evenly so the airflow will take everything, from all sides. So the soufflé will grow nicely, evenly. And now, whip, we take this little push with the nozzle, take like this, and we just fill it up. Look. But now we are not ready. Why? Because we have to flatten it up. Use this ball and we take it from here, from the center to the edge. Look. This is perfect now, but it's not ready. I show you one more trick. Now use a little bit of tissue. This is the most important thing you'll learn about soufflé, the cleaning of the edge. So the soufflé will rise nicely. Look. Up. And of course, we want to clean the ramekin so it looks nice. Are you ready? 190 degrees to 200 degrees, like 10-12 minutes. Oh mon Dieu, look at these ones. Oh putain. Huh? You like it? Tell me in the comments if you think it's amazing. I know that if you live in France, this is a little bit overdone because it started to crack. But I do this because I don't like when it's raw inside. I like it to be, you know, well done. Maybe it's me. We come with the powder sugar on top. 1, 2, 3. And some toffee caramel, vanilla. To put it inside. Oh mon Dieu. Look at this. Look at this. This is perfect. And now, to loosen it up, we just use the heat from our hand to make it come off like this. Okay, mes amis, this is storytelling. I am today filming something, of course. So what can I do today? I make some soufflés here. And now this is the testing moment. We test. Okay, one for you, mon ami, one for you, and one for me. And let's see. This is amazing. Oh putain. This is the perfect dessert for winter time. Look at this beautiful texture. Okay, this is supposed to be the intro, but this is the outro because the soufflé is going down. It's 10 minutes later. Click in the below and say something you want the recipe. Whatever. Go with the soufflé.